Good morning. Today Wednesday 18 November 2015. Paper highlights read by Christina Aruselvam. You are listening to AthavanNews.com. First, let's look at the paper highlights from today's newspaper Daily Mirror. The main headlines from the Daily Mirror: Cabinet paper today by President on abolishing executive presidency. President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday underscored the government's commitment to introduce major changes to the constitution as promised in his manifesto. He said he would submit 2 cabinet papers on abolishing the executive presidency and the other introducing electoral reforms. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror: Minister's son tried to spy on me. Harin. Telecommunication and Digital Infrastructure Minister Harin Fernando said yesterday he would brief the cabinet today about the incident where a son of minister intruded into his ministry and tried to spy on him. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror: Man jailed for yawn on court. A man was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment for contempt of court after the yawn out loud inside the Mount Lavinia Magistrate Court while it was in session. The man, Imesh Vasantha of Ratmalana, had been produced in court in connection with the heroin case. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror: the headline says Geneva proposal action in keeping with Constitution. President Maithripala Sirisena said that every action on Geneva resolution would be taken in accordance with the Constitution of Sri Lanka. The President said so during the second round of the all-party conference last evening at the Presidential Secretariat. More news highlight from Daily News: Dr. Nilwala demands ₹500 MN as damage of Professor Carlo. Nilwala Fernando Teaching Hospital Chairman Dr. Nilwala Fernando yesterday wrote to Professor Carlo Fonseca demanding ₹500 million as damages for making false statement on Venerable Madhuluave Sobhita Thera's stay in the hospital. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror: Police find 9 neglected children. 9 young children who were found abandoned in a makeshift house built with planks in Ukwala, Mathala were taken into custody by the police. More news highlight from Daily Mirror: MR asked to report to Pacific tomorrow. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa has been asked to report to Pacific tomorrow and the day after to record a further statement in connection with the non-payment of the money owed to the ITN. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror: Rajitha rubbishes Vijaydasa's allegation. Health, Nutrition and Indigenous Minister Rajitha Senaratne has rejected Justice Minister Vijaydas Rajapaksa allegation that Dr. Senaratne was found guilty to importing substandard drugs. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror: Avantgarde PM did incursion with Vijayadasa Ministry. The Ministry of Justice and Buddhasasana said yesterday it was not Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa who was reported to have been strongly advised by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe on Avantgarde controversy, has reported by some media organization. Now let's move to the paper highlights from today's newspaper Daily News. Avantgarde employees pled with President PM to halt takeover. Avantgarde Maritime Security Service employees yesterday urged President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to hold the takeover of the firm, nothing that they will lose their jobs in such a situation. Another news highlight from Daily News: President seeks cabinet not to abolish executive powers. Executive powers to be transferred to Parliament. Discuss new constitution with the Prime Minister. Executive presidency challenge to democracy freedom. President Maithripala Sirisena said yesterday he will submit a special cabinet paper today to abolish the executive presidency and to bring a new electoral system. The president said he will suggest to abolish the executive presidency and transfer its powers to Parliament through his cabinet paper. Elaborating the matter, President Sirisena said he will abolish remaining powers of the executive presidency with our challenge of the democracy and freedom of the people. Another news highlight from Daily News: SLFP approved cabinet paper to abolish executive presidency. General Secretary to take disciplinary action on defectors. The SLFP Central Committee yesterday approved the special cabinet paper aimed at abolishing the executive presidency and transferring the remaining powers of executive presidency to Parliament. This cabinet paper is to be submitted by the President Maithripala Sirisena to Cabinet of Ministry today. Another news highlight from Daily Daily News, details of over 5,000 missing persons handed over to UN team. A report containing details of over 5,000 missing persons was submitted to the visiting members of United Nations Working Group on Enforced and Involuntary Disappearance on Monday by an organization representing the parents of missing persons. The report was handed over by Dead and Missing Persons Parents Front. Another news highlight from Daily News, Raviraj murder case to proceed in absentia of 3 accused. The Attorney General yesterday informed court that the non-summary inquiry over the killing of former TNA Jaffna District MP Nadaraja Raviraj is to proceed absentia of the 3 accused who were evading courts since the beginning of the investigation. Another news highlight from Daily News, Dr. Nilvala to sue Professor Carlo Fonseca. The Nilvala Fernando Teaching Hospital sued Professor Carlo Fonseca, demanding damage in Rs 500 million for the baseless allegation made against in Dr. Nilvala Fernando Teaching Hospital, and SAITM chairman Dr. Nilvala Fernando said yesterday. He said Professor Fonseca had made a false statement, medical story about the hospital in connection with the passing away of Venerable Madhulwave Sobhitathera, causing damage to its reputation. Another news highlight from Daily News, Minister's son rides Telecom Ministry to check on Harin. Telecommunication and Digital Infrastructure Minister Harin Fernandes said that the son of a certain cabinet minister forcibly entered the Telecommunication and Digital Infrastructure Ministry on Monday, aiming to find out whether he was involving in the financial malpractice. Minister Fernandes said he will make the cabinet aware regarding this incident at the next cabinet meeting. He said no one is allowed to act this manner, and an act of this nature cannot be accepted. Now let's move to the paper highlights from today's newspaper, Ceylon Today. The main headlines from Ceylon Today, Maitri proposes to scrap presidency. A special cabinet paper to abolish the executive presidency will be presented by President Maithripala Sirisena at today's cabinet meeting, the president delivered yesterday. This is a personal proposal of President. He announced his decision on occasion of granting dual citizenship to 2,000 prisoners at Temple Trees yesterday. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, over 140,000 affected by floods island-wide. Over 140,000 people have been affected by floods in many parts of the island due to the increasing rain which have displaced several thousand, the Disaster Management Center said yesterday. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, Navy takes control of sea operation, MOD. Government says the Navy will offer protection to commercial vessels without any else the immediate effect. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, Lankan in Maldives sex offenders register. The Republic of Maldives published a registry of convicted sex offenders which include a Sri Lankan national who is currently serving a sentence of 14 years at the Mafiship prison in Maldives. According to the sources in Malay, the Lankan convict is 33-year-old, has been charged with several sex offenders in the country and sentenced to 14 years imprisonment on 8 June 2014. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, Emma turns 70 today. The 70th birthday of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa will be celebrated in Anuradhapura today. Several religious activities will make place at the Sri Mahabodhi and Ruwanvelisaya today to mark the event, to join opposition said. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers. We will bring you more tomorrow. Thank you.